Hello, welcome back to my channel, guys. And today I'm going to talk a very important topic, that is how to learn a programming language, how to start the coding, how to learn your first programming language within a month. Okay, I'm going to share a proper roadmap with you today. If you follow that within a month, you will be at a good beginner level, and then you will be able to plan the next level for you, like intermediate or expert, totally depending on your effort if you put that in that month. And I'm going to tell you each and every step. If you follow that step, I can assure you that within 1 month you will be there, whatever I have explained it to you. So without wasting your time, let's move on. So let me talk about the steps one by one. Okay, so obviously when you talk about a programming language, okay, let me make the heading first and then I'll talk about the programming language. So what is a programming language? Number one, programming language is a language which is used to interact with the machine to perform a certain task. That is a programming language, and the examples are like C or C++ or Python or .NET and Java and so many programming language. Now one thing is very much common in all these programming language, that is that you have to build the concept and you have to remember the syntax. So these two things are mandatory. Okay, number one is build basics and learn syntax. Number two, the most important thing which many of the people usually don't understand, and many of the even teacher fail to explain this to you. See, programming is a habit. It's totally a habit. If you're not working on a programming language for a very long time, you'll forget it. So even you'll see in your companies that your manager, they cannot code anymore because they have not written any single piece of code from last 5 years. Okay, so make it a habit, and this is a proven technique. I can properly assure you, if you do it for just 30 days, you are going to feel that you have enough confidence to write any of the code. Okay, so this is some generic information for you which is very important if you follow these two rules. Now let me talk about the main objective which I had when I started this video. Now there are 4 steps involved, I would say, if you want to learn any programming language, and I mean any programming language you can crack within 4 weeks. Okay, that is 1 month time. So number one, okay, your step, let me consolidate the step also for you. Number one step is learn basics. Again, what does that mean? That means that you need to learn the syntaxes of the programming language, then how to install. That is very important. People don't usually focus on this area, how to install that programming language in any of the company when you are joining there. If they will feel that you don't know how to install, which version you are using of the software, they will easily guess that you were never a user of that programming language. Okay, now write very simple code like hello world, try to make a calculator, all those things. And this is for your week 1. Your week 1 target should be that I should be able to install the software independently. I should know all about the setup. What are the variable need to be configured, how much time it will be taking to install the software. You should have all that information. As a beginner, I'm saying, okay, sometime if you are a very good programmer, you'll say like it's irrelevant, Rajat, what you're saying. But as a beginner, it's very important. This is your step 1 and goal for your week 1. I will tell you the time also, but in the last of the video, like when I'll wrap up the video, I'll tell you how much time you need to invest. Okay, now your step 2 should be dive into basic concepts. What is that? Dive into concepts. Now you are at a level after week 1 where you know the syntax, installation and the basic simple program. Okay, now you need to focus on the things like functions. What are the functions in that programming language and how you need to write your own function. Okay, then try to understand the data structure. What are the data structure? Like in Python we have list, tuple and so many other data structure. Then you need to understand input output operations. like how to take the input from a user, how to give the output, how to print the output, and properly you should understand this, and then do hands on practice on the last day of second week of all these concepts. So on the last day, I would again re-quote it, on the last day of every week, you need to revise everything, whatever you have learned in the previous 6 days. The last day will be only for revision. Okay. Now the third step, it's very important. Okay. Build complex code. Try to build complex code. Okay. Try to implement the important and like bit complex parts. Like if a programming language you are learning, so OOPS based, so try to implement encapsulation. This is just one example. Okay. And then explore language specific things, like Python have some different things, C has some different things in terms of OOPS based concept implementation, and they have like some other input output variables, they have different type of libraries, everything is different. Okay, so try to focus on that, and at the same time you should be able to build some complex code, which is not a simple code. Any proper objective should be there. Like you want to build a library system, let's say example I'm giving, library system for your college. So let's say somebody want to take online a book and they want to borrow a book. So think in that way, try to make a real world project. I will say this is kind of a real world project, but it should not be very huge that you are totally lost in this. Okay. And the fourth week you would be on the advance and level up stage. So what you should do, the project which you have implemented here, now you need to start debugging other people project. Okay. On the fourth week, you need to focus on learning the debugging and understanding libraries of that language. Okay. And then you should build a final project for yourself. Now I'll tell you the time breakup for this. Okay. So for theory, you need to give 1 to 2 hours daily. Then for practical, you need to give minimum 2 hours. And for debug, you need to give 30 minutes on daily basis. So this is a plan of 4.5 hours for next 30 days. On daily basis, 4.5 hours daily for next 30 days. And if you follow this, I assure you guys that you will not any further motivation, because you itself will get that positivity that I am able to learn a programming language and I can build things now. Okay. So on that note, I will wrap up this video. If you have any question or concern, please write in the comment section. If you find this video helpful for you, please like this video. And if you're very first time on my channel, so please subscribe to my channel. All the best. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.